Good morning. It's Chip Pearce with Pearce Auction Company, and I'm here with Damon Fulmer, who's the manager of a major auction that we're fixing to do in Troy, Alabama for Max Hughes Trucking Company. Damon is a business liquidation expert with Pearce Associates, and he works with a lot of banks and lenders and corporate clients and small business owners as well, liquidating their assets. But I thought we'd take just a minute to introduce you to a pretty significant auction that we're handling on behalf of a lender who's taken possession. And then thought we'd have just a few questions and answers and talk to Damon just a minute for those bidders who either have never bid with us before or may want to know more about this particular auction that we're doing. But we're here to liquidate a company called Max Hughes Trucking Company, well-known trucking company, large trucking company located in South Alabama. In the last couple of months, the bank has taken possession of the assets, and we've been hired by the bank to do an absolute auction to sell all of the trucks and equipment. But let me ask you a couple of questions, Damon. First of all, my understanding is that Max Hughes has closed literally just in the last couple of months. And so this fleet of trucks, I mean, that means that it's basically been on the road up until just recently.
Yeah, Chip, our understanding is that within the last couple of months, these trucks came in from off the road, or most of them did anyway. We're still exploring options on the conditions of the trucks, but everything on this lot we've been able to get cranked and over here. So we're excited to offer this offering of fleet vehicles to the public.
Okay, and so what's interesting about the auction is we're not talking about a bunch of old wore out trucks. We've got about 60 more or less, right. And the list is impressive. You can see some of the ones that we've got lined up behind us, and we started with the newer ones. We've got a fleet of 2022 and 2023 internationals, and then they go down to 2017, 2018.
I think 2016 is the oldest truck we have, and there's only one of those, and I think one 2017, one 2018. The rest of it is 2019 through 2023.
Okay, and we've got, I've noticed, a few Macks,
yes,
and a few Kenworths, but most of them are internationals.
That's right. That's right. Okay. The vast majority are international.
And so let me ask you this. People are accustomed to seeing a fleet of trucks like this at these mega consignment auctions. I've got a lot of good friends. That's the business that they're in. They'll have thousands and thousands of items. They'll literally have thousands of consigners bring those items to their facility. Right. Our expertise is not putting on those kind of auctions. Our expertise is taking a business that has closed or a business owner that's retiring, not moving anything, and literally liquidating everything they've got from that property. So from a buyer standpoint, you don't have to be concerned about who you're bidding against, if there's a reserve, or if it's been consigned by a truck dealer or an individual. This is a legitimate 100% business liquidation with just these assets.
That's right, Chip. With 1,000 trucks from 1,000 consigners, you got 1,000 different stories. With this, there's one story, one consigner, and it's an absolute auction, and we're excited to get it rolling.
So along those lines, when you say absolute auction, does that mean there are any reserves? Is there a minimum they've got to bring?
Absolutely no reserve. Reserve not a part of this sale at all. It is.
So what is bidding? Auction. Bidding basically starts at $1.
Bidding will start at $1, and we'll see where it goes from there.
So we've got some trucks that potentially $70,000, $80,000, $100,000 trucks.
That's right.
That are going to sell to the highest bidder,
That's
regardless of price.
That's
okay.
Right.
Damon, does a buyer have an opportunity to come physically look and touch them and hear them crank and check them out?
Absolutely. We will have 1 or 2 days of inspection for sure. We will have those posted on the website, and it'll be just shortly before the sale ends. But absolutely, we're trying to get videos of every truck as well.
Okay, so our auctions, you know, for years we did live on-site auctions.
That's right.
In the last 15 or 20 years, as technology's changed, we converted 100% to online bidding only.
Right.
But if you pull up the bidding catalog, and a buyer who can't come to open house, there's multiple photos of each item, and then like you said, we actually have a video of the truck sitting there idling and running.
That's right.
I'd say 90% of our bidders never come out to the open house.
Absolutely.
They bid strictly off the information
Absolutely.
they see.
That's right.
Along those lines, Damon, if somebody's not familiar with our company, they may think that Pearce Associates is just a small local Alabama company
Right.
that just does small auctions. But in fact, we're partners in a group called Martinet Alliance. We're one of the largest auction organizations, not just in the nation, but in the world. There's 70 auction companies that we're partners with in 35 states.
Right.
And collectively, we do 8,000 to 10,000 auctions a year.
That's
so we're
right.
a pretty big animal. We're legitimate. We've got an amazing resume. And a lot of people bid with us. Once they bid, they become permanent bidders. So through Martinet Alliance, we must have almost 1 million bidders registered in our
Right.
system. Damon, do you have any other items that we're selling that belong to this trucking company in this auction?
We do have a separate sale going on right now with the contents of 2 warehouses, parts inventories, shop equipment and structures there. Plenty of stuff in that sale that would appeal to people in the trucking business or not.
Okay. And we've actually, to keep it simple and easy to follow, we've actually set up a separate catalog and a
That's right.
separate auction for the tire equipment, the shop equipment,
That's right.
wheels and tires. So that auction is going to end a few days early.
That's
but
right.
they'll have an opportunity on open house day to come and look at all the shop
To view
equipment
both.
and the trucks at
That's
the same
right.
time.
That's right.
Damon, when you've got vehicles, especially diesels, that sit for a month or two,
Right.
sometimes the batteries can go down and be drained, and that's typical with any auction that we do. On this particular auction, we have brought in some assistance to crank these things and move them and line them up
Right.
so that we can video them. But it's possible that some of these vehicles might just not crank right up when a buyer comes. So what can we do to help a buyer once they buy it? Are there any options for them to get some help in case they just
Right.
send a driver down here to drive them home?
That's right. We have a company locally that we are getting to help us up until the sale time, and I'm sure that company would be available to buyers as well.
Okay.
In addition to that, if there's an out-of-state buyer that can't come during the pickup time, we will have a towing option
Okay.
that we will post on the website, just a contact information. It'll be the buyer's expense. And there may be some storage places as well that
Okay.
may be available also at the buyer's expense.
So that you just brought up a point. When you navigate in the world that we do of
Right.
doing business liquidations, whether it's for the owner, a bank that's taken possession like this one,
Right.
or we're experts in bankruptcy. We're one
Right.
of the few auction companies in the country who have the expertise to navigate through the bankruptcy process, and we do millions of dollars in bankruptcy cases. But part of what our responsibility is we've got to work within the parameters that's set forth by the seller.
That's right.
In this particular case, we're pulling off an auction in December, but everything has to leave this property by the end of December. The property owner takes possession. So having said that, if we've got a buyer in Central or South America, or maybe on the West Coast, and they buy 1, or maybe they buy 30 trucks, we've got an option for them so that they can still bid and know that they don't have to just rush down here and get them off. But
That's
if for
right.
that guy, what you're saying is you found somebody local.
We'll put those contact information on the website so they can call ahead of time before they even place a bid.
Okay.
And have options lined up for them.
Okay, super. So if a potential buyer, we've got somebody that we're going to be able to put you on that you can contact. If you can't get it off the property, first of all, you have to pay for what you bought
That's
within a few
right.
days.
That's right.
And this is a bank wire transfer payment.
That's right.
But once you purchase it, if you find that you can't get down here and pick it up and move it off this property by the end of the month, we'll hook you up with somebody, and they will. You'll have to pay for the cost, but they'll jump it off for you and they'll secure it and hold it at their facility.
Right.
And we've used them already to come and help us move some of the vehicles over
That's
here.
right.
But in the end, folks, this is an incredible opportunity. Whether you're in the big truck retail dealership business,
Right.
or you're a small trucking company, even if
Independent.
you're a large trucking
Right.
company, where do you have an opportunity to bid and upgrade your fleet at a no reserve auction
That's
like
right.
this? So folks, the auction has been posted on our website. We're starting the marketing. We're still tweaking our bidding catalog
That's right.
and updating descriptions, but the auction started. And where can you find that auction, Damon?
Auctionbypearce.com.
That's auctionbypearce.com, or you can also find it through any of our MarkNet Alliance partners website,
Right.
including marknet.com.
That's right.
And if you're in need of liquidating a business or a farm or a significant estate, call Damon. Damon's been my friend for almost 40 years. We've worked together for years. He is outstanding to work with, very knowledgeable. And if it's time to do a liquidation, reach out to us and I'll connect you with Damon. Thank you.
Thank you.